everyone. I really didn't expect to be saying this again so soon, but we're back with another newsletter. Actually, now that I mentioned that, I think it might have been announced that Toby was going to do one more in between to give us this information, but I could be wrong about that. Anyway, release date and time. I don't think there's a lot of lore in this section specifically, but there is something else that I do want to check out, just to make sure there's nothing hidden there, because it really feels like Toby would hide something there. Anyway, Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Deltarune will launch at June 5th on midnight local time, so the exact same time the Switch comes out, which is cool. But for everybody else, we get it at midnight on June 5th Japan time, which means for me that's 8 a.m. on June 4th, which does change my plans a little bit, because I might as well announce it now. I'm going to be doing an event leading up to Deltarune's release called the 12 Days of Deltarune. And basically what it is I'm just going to be releasing a Deltarune video all 12 days leading up to the release. They're not all going to be theories. I think there's technically there's no theories, but one of them is going to be a prediction video for Chapter 4. There's going to be like a couple ranking videos in there. Basically something Deltarune related for all 12 days leading up to the release, which now for me is going to be June 4th. So it was originally going to start on the 24th and go to the 4th. I guess it's going to start on the 23rd now of May and go to June 3rd, and then that will be Deltarune Eve. This does work out for me though, because that means if I get up at 8 o'clock-ish, I can probably finish before dinner time, because I'm going to be doing everything, so I expect around 5 hours of gameplay between the two chapters, maybe more, depending on I guess I have to beat the secret boss in Chapter 3 before I go to Chapter 4. I could put off the secret boss of Chapter 4 for an extra video after the finale, quote-unquote, but not for Chapter 3, unless I want to play all of Chapter 4 again. So maybe it'll be a little bit longer than that, but hey, I'm planning to record it all in one go, which might destroy my voice, but it's just one day. And then hopefully I can have the first episode out that night, the night of June 4th, because it's going to be a YouTube series for my Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 playthrough. That's what most people seem to want. I kind of agree with that, because that way I can't get spoiled by people in the chat. And also, it'll probably be better for preservation's sake, because my original first playthrough of Chapter 2 is on the channel, but it's kind of got crazy audio because it was on stream. It's not, it doesn't sound that good. It's kind of hard to listen to, which is why I did a second version of it, but hey. So yeah, that's the plan. This is very cool. And yeah, game sharing between the two PlayStation consoles and the two Nintendo consoles, which is great. So if you don't get a Switch 2 right away, you can get the Switch 2 version of Deltarune with this, as long as you buy the Switch 1 version, which feels very good. Also, Spamton's back, which is kind of crazy. Trophies. I actually didn't read this. I kind of want to see. Never mind all the pricing talk. Isn't it finally time to share some of those PlayStation trophies? Pain 4-A. Consumer 3-A. Consume item. Equipment armor. Augment your power. Investigate the throne. Complete without issue. Chapter 3 end. As you might guess, the trophy list outlines an interesting challenge. Trophies are permanent, so every one you gain is an eternal measure of your success. The way things are currently set up, you'll only receive a trophy once the current room where you unlocked it ends. You'll miss getting it if you turn off the game before then, so be careful while completing all 4 chapters. Especially, there may be certain conditions where you will miss acquiring the chapter and trophies. I don't think it's something an average player would run across, however. But really, I think you'll enjoy the game more if you don't pay attention to whether or not you get the trophies, yeah. Spamton Sweepstakes is back. What the heck? One of the videos I was going to do for the 12 Days of Deltarune was going to be a look back at the sweepstakes and just sort of reminiscing about it, because it was such a crazy time to be a Deltarune fan. New things being discovered every hour, typing in random website things to try to guess a new one. Yeah. The alternate ending is back, And then Toby's going to be posting more on social media, so we'll get maybe some more hints in the lead up to Deltarune. But we've got the silence ending for the Spamton Sweepstakes, which was not gotten. What I have done is I watched the Wayne Radio TV, or like the Radio TV Solutions video here, the Spamton Value Network. They deleted him, which sucks. You can watch this. I think you should, but I'm not going to watch it on stream because obviously it's not canon. Stream, video, whatever. But in the video, they do mention that they didn't really expect people to pick silence, which is funny because people did not pick silence. So by like a wide margin. So I guess Toby kind of read us like a book, huh? Makes sense. Anyway, we get this remix of Dial Tone, which is interesting. And then all the store pages are empty. However, did we have this last one before? And where does this go? Okay, that's still there. Okay, maybe it's just blacked out. Well, all the other ones are blacked out. So, okay, I thought there might be something to this last one. I guess I can go back and check and just see. Oh, last one was Spamton's Fate. Okay, okay. I wonder if there is something different here, though, with this. What's next? Wait, is that actually going to show me something? Oh, no, this leads you to here. Okay. Was this always here? What does that say? No one will shed a tear for him. I don't think this was here. If only you had the blank, your luck might have gone another way. No blank, no crystal. The Sky Mantle, or whatever it's called, the Shadow Mantle. Okay, so there's nothing different here. Was this always here? I don't remember seeing this. No one will shed a tear for him. Huh. It doesn't really tell us much about the boss of Chapter 3, if this is a hint to the boss of Chapter 3. I don't remember this room. Maybe it was here and I just never saw it before, but... So there actually is going to be some sort of thing we have to do in order to get the Shadow Mantle. Yeah, okay, this is normal. Interesting. Well, now I do want to see... Okay, does this just always lead to here? Yeah, it does. Okay. I am interested to see if anybody finds anything else going on here. Nope. There's a whole new sweepstakes mystery. It's all there's new stuff. We found Rhomb. Apparently there's one called Rain. Oof, okay. Everyone's heard of snow days. Oh, this is definitely Noel. But did anyone else ever have rain days? I swear, one day it was pouring so hard it sounded like someone was jumping on the roof of the house. So, my mom called the school and made them cancel just so I wouldn't have to walk over, XP. Like, come on, Mom, a little water never hurt anyone. Except maybe for deep-sea cave divers, XD, sorry. At least because of that, my friend could come over without an umbrella. Why? She was totally soaked. We had to put 3 of Mom's hair dryers on full blast for 30 minutes. I guess that's catty. At least we got to use the dryer to make melty cheese crackers. Anyways, on days where it rains, nothing was better than playing cat petters, specifically the mini games you can play with your cats. They were all ridiculous, and every one of them had these super silly-rific names, like Jongler. The Jongler Jongles, or something. XD, what does that mean? I remember being really into one of the games when I was little. I can't remember the name because it was complete nonsense. Sorry, XP. but it was the one that was like an endless cave, if that makes sense. I even made a guide to the rarities of different cats you could get to raise your score. I still have the text file, although it's just named b.text. Really helpful me. Chances 80% for normal, 15% for blue aura. What? 4% for rock and roll, 0% for angel wing, 0000 super holy angle wing. Well, that... Oh, wow, so this is also angle wing. Angle wing. That's, again, no foreshadowing of anything. I sort of feel like there were more, though. Like, one time I remember getting a cat, and it actually lowered how many points I had. And then, of course, I died immediately, so I couldn't get a picture or anything. And, of course, no one else ever seemed to see this. Actually, I get the feeling someone else I know has seen it, but I just know that even if I asked them, I probably wouldn't get a straight answer. Ugh. Chris, okay. Super fun fact, on a related note, these same games even make a cameo in Cat Pedders the RPG, which, like everything good, is kind of a ripoff of Dragon Blazers, if I'm being honest. XD, okie dokie, let my bias show for a second there. XP, you guys really play it, though. As usual, if any links I can find any proof, try it yourself and let me know. P.S. about my friend, she came over because I said I was going to play Cat Pedders, but she thought that meant I was just going to pet her. What kind of game would that even be? So I just made a cat named after her in the game and made it play metal music on the music box. I try not to corrupt that one. I still had to pet her a little or she wouldn't go home. XP, okay. What does this lead to? 0 points. Whoa. Grow where the lost forest would. Also, I don't think my audio is capturing properly because I think that came out of my speakers, so just give me a sec. Okay, I think I'm good now. I should probably close that so it doesn't make my computer too unhappy. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Which song is this? Is this one of the dog checks? Is it like the lullaby one? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, hold on. I do want to go back just to look at this a little more clearly. Oh, do you actually get different cats? Did I actually get the super rare angel one on my first try? I did. Okay, do all these windows lead to something different? Oh, and there's lots of them. Okay. Number 1. Okay. Where would forest lost grow the? This is different. The grow lost wood forest where. One of these is going to be correct. The where grow wood forest lost. Grow where the lost forest would. I think I clicked on that one before. Lost where the forest would the grow. Grow where the lost forest. Okay. I'm reading something you can't see, by the way. It's the web page's address. I think I'm on this one now. No. No. Oh, what? Okay. That one. Keep an eye on it. Alright, now it's at the end of the screen. Nope. Alright, keep an eye on it. Okay. Hold on, wait. I need to keep an eye on the end one. 1, 2, okay. Nope. Oh, it actually does stay on the same page. Okay. Well, we haven't found it yet. I know one of these has got to be right. Where grow would the forest lost? I mean, I guess I could probably just type in the correct one, right? I'm just... Aren't you forgetting something? That's what this one's called? Oh dear. A world where everything's the same, except no one remembers you, huh? Kind of bringing that vibe back. Lost where the forest would grow. We found it. It's called Roots, this webpage. And it looks like it's a tree, obviously, but it looks like it's got the dark fountain image in the background. Wait. What? Wait, why is that one so different? IRTHOEHENOLPRD. That, well, I guess I could put it through a D mixer afterwards to see if that's actually a word. Oh God. Wait, am I somewhere different now? These aren't where the whatever would grow anymore. They're random letters. That one had Dennis in it. Okay. Well, now this is kind of scary. It's like lost in a world of Windows forever. Yikes. I'm going to continue for now going through these web pages that were compiled on Reddit, the Deltarune Reddit. I think we already looked at rare cats. We're at Windows. Lost where the forest would grow. Oh, now we're at Window. Yeah, okay, so this is a different place. The Poor Children. That's what we're trying to get to. Okay. This is also kind of a scary... Therapy is what this page is called. Oh. I wonder if there's something you can actually like uncover on this. Oh no, it's starting to eat my former art. Well, this is definitely a page. Okay. There's got to be something else to this, but like therapy, that's kind of a little ominous too. Depending on, it's probably Noel after death disappeared after all, right? Apparently there's one for Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, and Chapter 4. So Chapter 1. Not applicable. Oh, okay. Chapter 2. Applicable. Okay. Chapter 3. Not applicable. Chapter 4? Empty. Chapter 5? 2, 4, 5. 2. That's weird because that's from Chapter 1. Right? This is this is Susie before she attacks Lancer. 4. Okay, 5. Da da da. Da 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 da. This This is a hometown song. I'm guessing that's like sunset or something. Or something bad has happened. Either way. Apparently there's one that called Chapter 4 Message. So I guess we'll just go back to Chapter 4 / message. Is this also empty? Oh, no. Hold on. Well, I went and pasted them into a document thinking there'd be like something going on, but it appears that they are all just spaces. Oh. I don't know if I'm supposed to get something from that or... They're all different audio? This is crazy. Okay. Okay, well those have all been the same. Weird. Is this red dot getting like brighter? This wouldn't be like Morse code or something, right? Where every... It'd be pretty shitty Morse code, I think, if it was. I was gonna say where everyone that starts right away is a short dash and everyone that goes at the end is a long dash. But it's mostly short dashes, so... We're almost done. I just want to make sure I'm not missing something important. Nope, that one just took an extra long time to load for some reason. Why is there a spot on this page that just resets the page? Yeah, and it does. The little red dot, it gets brighter over time. You know what? Let's leave this page here. See what happens if we leave it for a while. I think there's more. There we go. We're back to this tree. Huh, I wanted to see if I could do something else there, but no. Okay. And then it was, what was it? The poor children or something? Yeah. Testing a Redditor's theory at this moment. Nope, that doesn't seem to be it. They said if you just draw in the middle, you get it. Maybe if you draw a tree, you get it? Let's just reset the page really quick. Tree. I don't know. I do believe them because they didn't say it leads to anything like super cool. They just said it leads back to the egg rooms. So I do kind of believe it's true. Clicking and dragging the squares all over the middle of the page. Yeah, which is this. So yeah, that didn't really seem to work. Oh, so there is a 1 and 2 here. They're just invisible. Or a 1 and 3 is gigantic. Oh, see, I missed a little siren. No. Okay, that's a dog check too. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to pause the video and we're going to wait and see if anybody finds anything else. Okay, we found another one. I think I just typed this in wrong the first time. There are 2 boxes. So this page is called How Long Did It Take Her to Smile? It is from chapter 4 / thank you / on Deltarune.com. Unknown contact. Toe 0. Is there something about this? There's 3 rows of links. Oh, okay. Okay. So the message that we were, like the thing I was mousing over and highlighting that had the different sound files, that's actually how you're supposed to get to this page. So that makes sense. It's called Thank You. The sound files that start, they go right away. Those ones are E's. I don't know exactly how, but I think maybe that's like the musical tone they are. And then the ones that end, rather, are called M's. And if you take all the M's, you get on your actual keyboard, because it was keyboard shaped, so that makes sense. Thank you. I wonder if I don't know if the E's would mean anything. Probably not. There's a Q and a W and an R right away, so probably not. Which is how we get here. But the answer... If you put your email in the first box and leave the second blank, it changes to... Okay, well... She never smiled? Okay. So I don't know why Toby would need my email again, considering he already has it for the newsletter, but that feels a little ominous that that was the correct answer to that. I feel like there's got to be another answer, though, right? Although it does say unknown contact if you do H, which implies that you need to actually give it an email. Oops. Spelling my own email wrong. Weird. Weird. Why would you make me do that? Now I feel bad. Lost Where the Forest Would Grow is such a weird, specific thing. Like, this is called Roots. Because Lost has a very strong connotation to me with deaths. Because of Lost Girl And in the sweepstakes last time, we got Find Her. I mean, I guess I can go to Find Her. Wait, is that not here? Oh, it's called Des. That's why. The song is called Find Her. And we know they would play behind the graveyard, which is the forest. And the bunker is also back there, obviously. I really think, I mean, Lost Where the Forest Would Grow. That's such a weird thing, though. Like, would grow, as in it wasn't grown yet? Like, if it was Lost Where the Forest had grown, that's one thing. But Lost Where the Forest Would Grow is so weird. So maybe it isn't talking about Des then. Maybe it's talking about something else that was lost where the forest would grow. Would then grow. Because I assume the bunker wasn't always nearly treed in by forest, right? Surely there was like a more open space to it. And like a more significant pathway. So maybe it's talking about Gaster? Maybe Gaster was lost where the forest would grow? But I don't know. Again, that use of lost, it feels so much like a Des thing, you know? And it's like a tree. It's a tree with the Dark World symbol on it. It's so weird. And we have windows, which takes us to the poor children, which takes us to the egg room. So that's weird, right? Because that's actually a little different. That's not just saying, like, there's somebody lost, but specifically connecting them with the tree. And then the tree is connected to therapy, the page that I was just talking about, the poor children, which is then connected to the Eggman. So maybe that's all actually describing the Eggman? Like, what's his deal? Weird. Also, these stained glass windows. Actually, let me just check for a second. Okay, let's just see. No. I was going to say, these don't match the stained glass windows in this section. Which is very weird. But they also don't match the stained glass windows on the outside of the church either. So where are they? The Holiday Mansion? Maybe? I mean, where else would have stained glass windows? Okay, no, the sill is attached to them. It kind of looks like the bottom of these windows is like a different sprite. But no, it is attached. Probably look more cohesive when it's together on a wall, you know? It does kind of have the Deltarune symbol on it. Kind of. Huh. Okay, sorry. To explain my thinking, I had to go stop the cat from scratching at my door. If you look at the windows, at the very top, well, okay, at the very, very top, there's some weird symbols. But there's a circle near the top, which is probably the center of the angel, you know, with wings coming out of the side. And then we've got 2 triangles, and maybe a third one facing down, which is maybe supposed to be the angel. But, you know, this one's it's just nonsense, basically. Although, actually, now that I'm looking at it, the top of this one does look fairly similar to the top of this one. It's just less detailed, right? Whereas this one, I guess we can't see the top of it. Can we? No, it cuts off right away. But it doesn't look like the bottom of it, so I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know how to conclude this necessarily. I just think this is kind of crazy to have this right now. Oh, that was the last thing I was going to say. Just going to make sure there was nothing else found yet. No, nothing. Okay, good. Well, I mean, I would welcome more stuff, but I also, you know, want to finish this video eventually. That page, what page is it? It's like chapter 5, I think. Yeah, this page. Oh yeah, you could even see because it didn't load in right away, the one. Do we think this is discussing impact? Like with the numbers being so big. And we know chapter 3 isn't a main story chapter. Like it doesn't have too much going on in the main story. But then like chapter 1 sets up the whole thing. Like obviously chapter 2 is important. A lot happens in chapter 2. But if we were going by this is how important the the chapter is to the overall like way the story is going to turn out before the end, because assumedly the end is the same, we don't know that for sure, but it would mean that chapter 2 is the most important chapter in the game. Or maybe this is just saying which chapters have weird routes, because chapter 1 certainly doesn't. And chapter 3 not having one does make some sense. With how much we've been investing into Noelle as this like game-breaking character who like has an innate ability to find weird secrets in games, it would kind of make sense if in chapter 3 where she doesn't appear there isn't a weird route, but then in chapter 4 and 5 where presumably she might appear, or she's far more likely to appear, there is going to be a weird route. But I do find it interesting if that's what this is meant to imply, that chapter 4 is so small. Because a lot of people, and myself included, were speculating that chapter 4 might be the chapter Rudy dies. I would probably say that's not true anymore then. It's interesting. It's very interesting. It's all interesting, of course. I hope you guys are excited. Well, I know you're excited for chapter 3 and 4. I hope you're excited to see me play chapter 3 and 4 and the 12 Days of Deltarune, which is coming up soon. Once again, 23rd, I guess, because it's going to come out on the 4th for me, not the 5th, because I don't live in Japan. Anyway, thanks for watching. If they find more, tell me in the comments if I missed anything, because I want to know, obviously. And that's the end of this video. That went on way longer than I intended it to. Oh well. What can you do? Like and subscribe. Bye!